Conversation Corner, certainly promoting it more, right?
Yep.
And just more in advance because I think it was a nice thing for people to discover at the event.
Yeah.
But promoting more, even suggest or having people send in topics in advance.
That was one thing I had already thought of is like,
Hmm.
I want the whole community to weigh in on
Hmm.
topics because
Right.
what I know is not what everybody knows, right?
And you can even put it up in the poll around it or just like different ways to get awareness around it. But I do think it's the people at the event that should ultimately determine the topics.
Yes. It could also be used as a opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
say, we want to get the community involved, which means
Yeah.
attendees involved because this is
Yes.
for you. So
Yes.
what do you
Yes.
want?
Yes. I think it sounds kind of neat. Is also having people be the host of a particular session and then putting them on the website, right? So you could be the host of this topic. I think that could be a neat way to experiment with different topics, bringing different people together. Because one of the other things we want to do with this event is we've always had a lot of SaaS companies show, but
Yeah.
we also have a lot of people in e-commerce that we're connected to. Right? So to make a concerted effort to bring the e-commerce people to the event. And I think that should also be reflected in the program.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah. Because we're all here. It's just we're all in like our little like bubbles of what we see,
Yeah.
in the community. And I think we'll effectively have a lot of like free space if we want or need it.
Yeah. So almost like we could come up with a breakout session type of programming with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be an interesting way to get more people involved instead of doing one session at a time. We could do two sessions at a time or something
Right.
along those lines as well.
Right. So we'll have that flexibility, just kind of depending on how things shape up. But I think that can be a way to try around conversation corner.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We know that the concept as it exists today is super successful. So it's
Hmm.
like, what can
Yeah.
we do to like grow it,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
iterate on it?
I think this will help telling people about it in advance, giving it more status, if you will, on the program will help. And I think it's also an opportunity to get together because you want to talk about something, not necessarily because you want to hear a talk about
Right.
something.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's two totally different learning opportunities, right? Like
Right.
you have someone who you're going to hear speak that you want to learn from,
Mhm.
and a group of people that you want to learn with.
Right.
And I think those are two totally
Right.
separate things. And especially now, I imagine that the themes that were so popular last year will be the same this year, but since no one still knows how to work with AI, and I
Mhm.
mean that in like we're all just trying to figure it out together kind of way,
Right.
like
And it's still changing.
and there's so much to learn from each other of what
Mhm.
have you done and tried
Right.
that's worked and what have you done that hasn't worked. And that's not just about AI, that's about so many other things too.
Yep. I think what makes the conversation more different, and it's about getting people together to talk about a thing. Right. So it can really be anything that people like. I really want to talk about this because this is like my thing, right? This thing I have
Yeah.
to figure out.
Yeah.